I totally believe that at this point, anybody, anything can think of and conjure up, it becomes a belief. Anything that anybody can find a pattern in, that they resonate with, that they think is truth, it becomes a belief, and it becomes a reality, and it becomes a trend, and it becomes another way of healing, and it becomes another way of living your life. It becomes just something else. I'm thinking what I just saw right now. This little clip about some guy talking about the number 7. 7 days, 7 archangels, 7 sins, 7 chakras, 777, and how important that is, and blah blah blah. So in my head at that point I was like, okay, this is just pattern recognition. He just found something that wow, that he resonated with. It's just something, there's something behind it. There's always something behind everything. We can look at everything and find something behind it. It's like human design and gene keys coming from astrology. Just because somebody's had a revelation at a certain point and had some other download in another form, shape, size, there are as many modalities around the world to heal as there are people. To grow, to expand, to evolve, to wake up out of the dream, to change, to shift, to evolve, to expand, to become aware. There are as many truths in the world as there are people, as there are consciousnesses, as there are beings, as here's another one. Regardless of the end of the stick that you're on, whether it's the overflow of abundance or the lack of anything. Well, lack of anything, that's an interesting one. So one end of the stick being the abundance, the other one being the lack. The having it all and not having anything whatsoever. The love, the fear, it's interesting because when I said fear, I thought maybe it's not the being in any end of the stick. It's no matter what end of the stick you are on. A lot of people say you give freely when your cup is full, and you give out of a place of not expecting anything back and just for the love of giving. But there's times when you get to a place of your understanding of, oh my god, I repeat the same words and it's so frustrating in my brain right now. Can I just say the words that I want to say? There is no other way around anything except the giving. But not necessarily the giving, as is the serving. Serving. Because whichever way you look at it, whether you've got it all or you've got nothing at all, there's nothing else to do. Except how can I serve? How can I support everything else around me in its expansion? So there's always something, there's always a healing stage, there's always a growing stage, there's always something happening in the world, in the astral realm, in whatever timeline shifts, there's always something going on. There's always something that needs changing. There's always something that needs healing. There's always something that needs letting go of in order to have a different outcome, in order to enjoy your life more, in order to remember who you are. I feel like I'm being very sarcastic right now and a bit spicy. Spicy is perfect. Pinch of spice, a pinch of pepper, of chili maybe. So with that knowledge, if there's always something in the forefront, in the background, what does that leave me or anybody else? It leaves this, just this. There's only this. There's only now. It always is. As much as we're going into the future or into the past or planning or thinking of or working through, developing, challenging situations, there's always just now. Oh, this is more and more what's showing up for me right now. There's always now. Just now. Like now. Now is nearly 20 to 1. Maybe this is why this is coming through, because it's so late in the night. And other things are happening in my brain. I do feel like I have the tendency of becoming a bit pessimist. A bit of a pessimist. And seeing the world through the lens of there is no hope. There is no point. Like, how can so many people do so much work on themselves and never getting anywhere? Like, never having that little bit of, oh, I can breathe, that little bit of break. Or if they are, they're short. How can there always be so much? And when does the balance happen? When does the balance happen? Is there ever any balance? Can anybody ever experience balance and still be alive? Or you get to that point of the closest to balance when you're nearly broken. When you're close to that shift, that alchemy. You alchemize into another kind of a soul, or evolution of the soul. Is that when you reach more balance? Is there ever any balance? Or is there only like the little illusion of it? The illusion of balance. Because there never is one. You can only get close to it. I guess the most balanced being would probably be the one. Oneness. Consciousness. At its core. I need to go.